Welcome back to another video today. It's an exciting video, guys. I can't believe it's been a year since my last little Black Friday video. So today's video, which I'm sure is very obvious by now, is going to be all about ALPHALETE and their Black Friday sale, which starts on the 20th of November at 4 PM UK time. So my UK people, 4 PM this Saturday, and it runs until the 30th of November. Let me just double check when it ends, at 12 AM CST, so that will be 6 PM UK time on the 30th of November. So it's running for 10 days. They're starting it a bit early this year. With that being said, I just want to say very quickly before I get into this video, I know that Black Friday is a very overwhelming time of year. It's a very marketing heavy time of year, and there's definitely a lot of FOMO marketing. Now, I'm always really careful, and I feel like I was really careful with it last year. I don't want to partake in FOMO marketing, but I also want to be like very clear that normally with ALPHALETE, with Black Friday stuff, the stuff does go up pretty quick. So I am going to give some tips on getting your hands on what you want, but I just want to say very quickly, this isn't the only sale that ALPHALETE will do. They will do another sale for their birthday in February, is when they normally do one. And they don't do any other big sales other than that. Those are the two main sales, but they will put things in like a last chance to buy section and discount them a bit through the year if it's super old stock and they're trying to get rid of it. You know, it's a build up to Christmas. You want to save money. It's a very expensive time of year for a lot of people, and I feel like this time last year I didn't think I would be saying this again, but honestly after the year and a half now that most of us have had, I completely understand if people actually just think, do you know what, I want to save my money. At the end of the day, your mortgage, your rent, your bills, etc., putting food on the table, Christmas presents for your family, that's the more important thing rather than a Black Friday sale. So if you cannot afford it, don't feel any pressure to buy. There is no pressure to buy anything from me. I'm just here to give you the information, give you my suggestions, and yeah, that's it. I just wanted to put that in there very quickly. The second thing to go over very quickly is that I made a PDF document last week. I think I had it up for people on Friday maybe. I think I worked on it for like 7 hours. Sad life, what a sad little life, Jane. On Thursday, and I posted it up on Friday, so I will leave the link to that below. It's also on my Instagram, it's on my Instagram highlights. It's basically a PDF document that is like the ultimate, I don't want to say ultimate because it's only my opinions and I'm not Jesus, everyone's got a different opinion, but I basically went through the 78 items that are already on the website. So it's not about this launch, it's about what's already on there, and gave you sizing advice, what I'd recommend, what I wouldn't, my overall thoughts on 78 items, so all the pre-existing ones, just because I've done hauls for every launch even before I was working with ALPHALETE. I think since like summer of 2019 I've been shopping every launch and doing these review videos, so there's a lot to go back through. My videos are very long, I'm very aware of that, and whilst I'm going to put all my ALPHALETE videos in a playlist so that they're all there, I know that people probably might not want to go back through all my videos, so I've just made that as a little thank you for all the support with ALPHALETE, but also to help you out with the Black Friday sales in terms of existing items. And it's also got my top picks out of everything that ALPHALETE do on there. It's got all the pricing information, it's got everything. It's basically a Black Friday cheat sheet. I did spend like 7 hours on it. It has got like 6,500 words in it. You know what, I'd really appreciate it if you just looked at it so that I don't feel like I've done it for nothing. But yeah, with that being said, my support code with ALPHALETE is Amy. If you are shopping and you want to get anything and you want to support me, let me know. As always, send me a message on Instagram so I can say thank you. I think I spent like 3 hours replying to messages last Black Friday, but I'm not going to complain because I actually loved it, and I love being nosy and seeing what everyone gets, because I like to see if we're on the same page about the items we pick up, and sometimes we're not, and I think I've slated that product but you still love it, and that's the beauty of it. Everyone's got their own opinion. That's the beauty of social media. Everything is going to be between 20 and 80% off. I'm going to put the pricing on the screen, but it's in better quality on my Instagram Black Friday highlights. Honestly, don't want to toot my own horn, but I've put some quite useful information on there, so if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me, or even just go stalk that highlight if you don't want to follow me and you think I'm annoying, that's fine also. Everything on the site will be discounted between 20 and 80%, including all the new launch items that I'm going to go over in this video. Everything 30% plus discount on the website is non-returnable, so do have a look at what you want and check what discount bracket it's in, just to make sure that you know, are being careful. Everything else fits in with their 60-day return policy. Now, ALPHALETE haven't actually given out any information on this year. They gave out a little warning last year. They haven't done it this year, but I feel like I have a responsibility to say it anyway. Black Friday is a very, very busy time of year. It's a very, very busy time for sales. It's a very, very busy time for businesses, and therefore it's a very, very, very busy time of year for the warehouses and the people that have to ship the products out. Patient with the shipping time. It might take a bit longer than normal. There'll be a lot more orders going through the website, but yeah. So that brings me on to some little tips to help you get what you want, and then I promise I'm going to stop doing this and I'm just going to talk about the new launch items, because I know that's probably what most of you are here for. First tip would be, do not panic. When you go on the website, it normally crashes, there's normally a countdown, and then sometimes the countdown starts going into the minuses. It can sometimes be very, very stressful. I know, because I've shopped it before. This is only my second Black Friday not shopping it. I'm saying that. Am I probably going to get some bits for Dan at the weekend? Absolutely. So I will be shopping it with you all. Stay on the website. If it's not loading, try and refresh it. I would recommend that you are on the site for 4 PM UK time / 10 AM CST. If there's anything you really, really want, you're gonna have to be on the site, especially if it's something seamless, anything Amplify related. Honestly, you're gonna have to be on the site when the sale goes live, because I feel like that kind of stuff, especially because it's a bit more discounted, it will go quick. So first of all, don't panic. Second of all, there will not be a cart hold. So when you put something in your cart, it's not reserved. It is not yours until you have paid for it, until you've put your card details in and your money's gone. Say you're someone that's shopping and you've got some things that you know you really, 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 really want, and then you've got some things that you're like, could take it or leave it. Get the things that you really, really, really want first, and then go back for the like maybes, not sure about those, and see if they're still there. Just because I don't want you to try and do like a massive order and then end up having the issue where the things that you really, really wanted have gone, because the chances are the things that you really, really want might be the more popular items that are going to go a bit quicker. Third tip would be, pay with something like PayPal, Apple Pay, anything that auto fills your details out for you. You'll check out much quicker. It's a lot quicker. If you don't have PayPal or Apple Pay, sign up for it between now and the time of the sale. I would just strongly recommend that you do that, because it'll make it a lot easier. You'll be able to check out quicker, and there's more chance of you getting what you want. Just to be very, very clear, nothing is restocking before Black Friday or for Black Friday. What's on the site is what's on the site. That's what's going to be on sale. I know it's annoying, because I know a lot of the Amplify is gone and people want to get their hands on it. The only good news there is that in the black, it's restocking, but it's not restocking in any other colourway. The shorts, the leggings, the Vault bra and the Impact bra in black, that's all restocking. Nothing else is restocking, just to be clear. Anyway, onto the main haul. Now, this launch, just to give you a brief overview, there's a lot of stuff. This video might be a little bit long. I'm going to timestamp things. There's a lot of stuff. For reference, I am 5'6". The inside inseam of my leg is 28 inches. I'm a 32 double D, but it is a fake 32 double D, so bear that in mind when I'm talking about support. 24-inch waist, 39-inch around my glutes. I typically wear an extra small in everything with ALPHALETE, and I will let you know what size I've got things in as I go through, but typically most things that I've got here are in a size extra small. What I'm going to do is sort this kind of by collection. I'll go over the Surface collection first, and I will speak to you about the sports bras first. So there are 3 sports bras launching in the Surface collection. However, I only have 2 of them, so I'll put on the screen the one that I don't have, which is the women's Surface keyhole bra. I have seen these on, I know that Ashley has some, Ashley Flores, I might have butchered that name and I'm really sorry if I have. I know that I've seen her in some, so if you want to check that out, she'll probably include those in her haul and she'll be able to give you more information on that. I can't speak on that item. I'm not even going to attempt to because I don't have it, and so I can't say. I do, however, have the Surface Limitless bra. I have got this in the burgundy canvas camo. If I'm looking down here, it's because my laptop's down here. The burgundy canvas camo, electric blue canvas camo. Now this is like the main print for the Surface collection that is launching on Saturday. All this stuff is going to be 20% off. Everything that I'm talking about in this video is 20% off. All the new drop is 20% off. So these are the Surface Limitless bras. I'm not going to speak about them too much because I have reviewed them before. They're not a new item. They do come with removable cups. The support on these is very low. The information that we've been given says low to medium impact. I don't think it goes into the medium realm. It's definitely a low impact bra. It does have adjustable straps, which a lot of ALPHALETE sports bras don't, but because it's such like a very strappy, very minimal, very short, oh, memory card, 1 second, sports bra, you're not going to get much support out of it. It's very plain, so if you love like just a plain small sports bra, and I would say this is more suited honestly to smaller chests. You can wear what you want. If you've got bigger boobs and you want to wear this, that's fine. I just know that for me, having a slightly bigger chest, I'm not comfortable wearing this. I wouldn't wear it for cardio, and normally I'll wear things like this for weights, but for me, when I wear it, even when I adjust the straps to make them tighter, I just feel like my boobs are way too on show. I feel way too exposed, and it's just not quite right for me. I wear these in an extra small, and I do believe that for ALPHALETE sports bra sizing, which if you don't know, typically runs large, these are true to size. I'm normally an extra small in all their sports bras. I would say that these are true to size. A very like short line sports bra is probably honestly one of their like plainest and shortest sports bras that they do. I mean, if you check my PDF, you're gonna know there's other sports bras that I would recommend over these, but this is, I'm trying to focus on the new launch and not mention other items. But yeah, I would say smaller, boob friendly. If you have got bigger boobs, there's no way you're gonna be able to do cardio in these. You will just have to stick to weights. And then the branding, just before I move on to the next product, is in the Raise Rubber logo. It's not the signature logo, so it's gone back to like the blocky standard logo rather than like the signature cursive one. But yeah, those are those bras, and you don't need to worry about this coming off in the washing machine. They don't. Like, a lot of the ALPHALETE branding is now done in this raised rubber, and it's very good quality raised rubber. It doesn't come off. It's never peeled for me. It's good quality, and I used to hate stuff like this. I used to prefer it stitched in, but this actually doesn't bother me anymore. That was a horrible sound. Listen to that. Ugh. Also, just to go over the material of the Surface collection, because it's the same throughout every single product. If you have shopped with ALPHALETE before, nothing like the Amplify material. If you've shopped with ALPHALETE before and you've tried the ALPHALUXE, most similar to the ALPHALUXE range, but this is a bit more slick feeling and a little bit less brushed in texture. Still super soft, still super stretchy, but not quite as brushed cottony feeling. It has a bit more of a slick sportswear feel, but not as much as the Pulse collection. This is all in my PDF, guys, honestly. I'm bloody proud of it. It might even be better than this video, I'm not even sure. So then to move on to the Surface Wrap Bra. Now, this is only coming in black and white. I've got both. I can't even show you it like not tried on. So I'm going to put the try on clips in a second. Someone did ask me if this is like the same as the last one, because I know that they have brought like wrap bras out before. I never tried them, so I'm not 100% sure. I can only speak on this version. I can't really compare it to the other one. So same material as the Previa. Again, with this, ALPHALETE are saying low to medium impact. This is low impact. So details wise, the logo is on the back in the raised rubber. It's in black on the white and white on the black one. And then it has adjustable straps around the neck, but these like ones that go over your back aren't adjustable. if that makes sense. These straps are like bra material feeling, and then these straps are the same material as the bra, which is the surface material. And then it comes around the front like this, and then you basically cross it over, and then it comes around the back and it fastens like a bra, and it's got a very thick fastening on it. Now, one thing I noticed when I unpackaged these was it comes with an extender. This is obviously black because this came off the black one. It comes with an extender, so this is very like adjustable. If you've got a wider back, because it comes with this, I don't think you need to size up. In my opinion, these run quite tight. Like, I think I would probably go up to a small for more coverage, but if you would just be sizing up for more room in the back, and you know, you think even on like the loosest setting it's way too tight and it's digging in a bit, which it does on me, you can actually just use an extender. So I would definitely be using this if I was to wear it in the gym, just to give it a bit more comfort, because this bra strap around the back does dig in a little bit. It comes with removable padding again, like all the ALPHALETE sports bras do. In the black it's not noticeable, but in the white, as you'll see in the try on clip, it's very noticeable. Like very, very noticeable. So I don't think actually it's a good idea to keep the padding in the white one. I don't normally keep my padding in sports bras. I just wanted to see what it looked like, and yeah, that doesn't normally happen with white ALPHALETE sports bras, so I'm not sure why it's happened with this one, but the padding is like very, very, very visible with this one in the white, not so much with the black. So size and advice for this, like I've just said, it obviously comes with the extender, so it's very, very, very adjustable to how you want it to fit. If you've got a bit of a wider back but like a smaller chest, I don't think you need to size up with this. I think you can stay true to size, and just if you need to use the extender you can, and you will be fine, because you can pretty much just customize how tight you want it, how loose you want it. But if you do have bigger boobs, honestly I would recommend going up a size, just because I don't feel like there's enough coverage. In terms of my overall thoughts on this, you know, would I wear it in the gym? Probably not. It's a bit much. I'd love to try it in a small and see if it's still too much, but for me this is just way too much to wear to the gym. Then very quickly, before I go on to like the leggings and the shorts, I'm going to go over this new jogger that we've got, which is the Surface Expanse jogger. This is coming in 3 colourways, and I've got the desert canvas camo. I'll talk more about this print and in comparison to like previous camo prints when I go over the, sorry, I've got cramp in my foot, shock. When I go over the leggings now, I'll just go over these joggers dead quick, because these are a brand new item. These haven't launched before, so the material is the exact same as the rest of the Surface range. This waistband is like double layered, so like if you pinch the material there's like 2 there, and then the leg is single. They're a very, very, very simple jogger. The Surface Path leggings are in front and the Surface Expanse jogger is behind, so they are definitely bigger in the waist than the leggings, but honestly not to the point where you need to size down or anything like that. I personally would stick with an extra small in these. I wouldn't size up, I wouldn't size down. The extra small is fine. So yeah, they've got a waistband. The waistband is very plain. The logo is just on the back in the raised rubber. A deep V at the back, like with the Surface Path leggings. Seam down the back, and then there is also a seam down the front, and it kind of has like a gusset. It's basically like an oversized jogger version of the leggings. They do have pockets, and then the seams, honestly there's not a ton of detail. They're just standard seams that go down the side, and they are cuffed at the bottom, because not all ALPHALETE joggers are, but these ones are. Sometimes have issues with the cuffs being like uncomfortably tight, but because this is such like a soft and stretchy material, I don't get that with this. So if you normally have that issue, you will be fine with staying true to size and not having it feel like it's cutting off your blood circulation. In terms of my overall thoughts and like the fit on these, if you hold them up, can you see they're kind of like those, I don't know if everyone else used to wear them, but I know that in the UK they were definitely a thing at one point when everyone used to wear these things called harem pants. I hope I've said that right. But they're basically like tight at the waist and then like balloony in the leg and then tight at the bottom again. These remind me of that in terms of fit. So they're definitely tighter on the waist and then tight on the bottom, and then they've got a lot of like room and stretch. I mean, look at the stretch. They've got a lot of stretch further up, so they're not like skin tight around your glutes or the top of your legs or anything like that. It's just pretty much the waist and the bottom. My overall thoughts on this is it's not a bad item. It's not, you know, there's not a glaring quality issue here. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm glad I've tried it. I'm glad I've, you know, pushed myself out my comfort zone, tried something I wouldn't normally try, but this is just not my cup of tea. For joggers, I'm more of an oversized person. I can get on board with a tighter fitting one sometimes, and I'll go on to that when I talk about the identity collection. If it's the right jogger and it fits right and it's super flattering, I can get on board with it. But typically I'm more of an oversized person and more of like a cottony feel jogger kind of person rather than legging material feel jogger kind of person, if that makes sense. In terms of sizing, I would honestly say stay true to size with these. Moving on to the leggings or bottoms of the Surface range. So I'm just going to go over the Surface Power shorts very quickly. Again, I've reviewed these items before, so I don't want to go too in depth. I will leave links below to when I've like done reviews before, but they have stayed the same. There isn't any changes between the last launch and this one, so you know, there isn't any need to go like super in depth with this one. I will just signpost in the description box my reviews that I've done before. So these have a 3.5 inch inseam, and these are in the electric blue canvas camo colour. These have the, so because they're the Surface Power short, I keep on calling these Path, and they've changed the name. Everything with a cross waistband is now Power, not Path. So if I say Path, I'm referring to the crossed waistband. Power shorts, I've got these in an extra small. Yeah, they've got the crossed waistband at the front, very plain in design, no front seam as you can see. On the back, branding in the WREN rubber logo, deep V on the back to try and accentuate the glutes. Seam it down the back so that you're not having a uni butt situation. You can like ravel it up there to make it a little bit more flattering. And then the seams on the bottom, it is like a stitched seam, but it's not one that like digs in a ton. It kind of just lays flat on me. It doesn't dig in at all. And then the only other detail is this seam that kind of curves around the front, but when they're on, they kind of curve around the side of your glutes to give you like a bit more of shape to them. The shorts are squat proof in the colourway that I have them in. The surface material in my experience is not sweat proof. I've definitely worn like baby blue surface sets to training before, and they definitely do show sweat, so they're not, it's not a sweat proof material. And the camel toe situation, obviously these don't have a front seam on them, which is meant to help with the whole camel toe situation. However, I have a very long torso, and this is why I'm just not a huge fan of the Power design. I've got a very long torso, and I've seen these shorts and these leggings on other people, and I think, wow, they look amazing on you, and on me they look bizarre because they just hit really weird on my stomach. My belly button's out and I really don't like it, and on some people it's not, but I've got a very long torso. If you have got a long torso and you get the Power shorts or leggings, your belly button is going to be out. You need to be comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, do not get them. Get the pocket leggings if you want to stay to the Surface range. Get some Amplify leggings if you want to try something else. Get some what are the Surface leggings that I really like? The Elevation leggings. They're the best Surface leggings, just saying. But yeah, if you have a long torso and you don't like your belly button being out, just don't get these because you're not gonna like it. And I fall into that category. It makes me very uncomfortable. So because I try to like hide the belly button, I find myself pulling these up a lot more, which then makes them too short to train in and also gives me quite a bad camel toe. So do bear in mind that the reason these probably give me such a bad one is because I do have to pull them up quite significantly. To be honest, the material of these is so thin, I don't think these are like camel toe proof anyway. It's obviously, with things like this, it does depend on your anatomy and the way you wear your leggings, but I do think it's quite unavoidable with these shorts in particular that's just my analysis of the CT situation. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about the shorts. They're not my fave. I don't train them. I personally don't like that these don't dig in at all. I like my shorts to dig in at least a little bit, because then it stops them. They get caught under my bum, so when I'm training they're never going to rise up over my bum, and I'm going to have the bottom of my bum cheeks hanging out in the gym, which to me is just, I'm all for showing some skin, but like, to me that's just wildly inappropriate for a gym setting and not something that I want to be doing. So I like my shorts to dig in a little bit to stop that from happening. These don't, and they're just, as a result, I can't train in these personally. Size and advice for those, I would say stay true to size. You can size up if you want to get a little bit more length out of the shorts, if you're concerned about that, but other than that I would stay true to size, because they might be a little bit loose. Like if I went up to a small, would they be longer? Yes. Could it potentially help the belly button situation? Yes. But then would they be too loose? Yes, because they're already not like tight on me. They just fit. They just kind of sit on my body. They don't do anything. They're not compressive. So then I'm going to move on to the Surface Power, I said it right, leggings, and I have these in the, let me get it up so I can make sure I tell you the right colours, black canvas camo, the black oil stain, the desert canvas camo, which I showed you in the joggers, and then this burgundy canvas camo. There are some like very interesting, very bright colourway options for the canvas camo colours, like the neon-y green, the bright red, the bright blue, but for me it's just not my cup of tea. I like that ALPHALETE are doing something different and they're trying some new patterns out, love that, but those colours are just a bit too bold for me. If you're a bold queen you might want to try those out, but for me it's a bit too much. I like to have things that I can kind of piece with other things. Like the furthest I'll go is like a bright plain legging, but at least I can piece it with something else and it won't look super weird, if that makes sense. To go over the details very quickly, the design is the same as the shorts that I've just spoken about. So we've got this cross waistband, no front seam, deep V seam on the back with a seam down the middle, logo is there in the same rubber raised texture. This curved detail seaming down the side, which kind of wraps around the back of the knee. So I wear these in an extra small. Size and advice for these, I personally would stay true to size. I wouldn't size up, I wouldn't size down. I would stay true to size with these. Sweat proofness, again, it's not a sweat proof material, but if you go for any of the darker colours, you're not going to see it. I trained legs in the black oil stain leggings this morning and you couldn't see anything. Camel toe situation, the camel toe's there. They give me a camel toe. There's not much else to say on that. I've just explained the long torso situation. The same comes with this because it's the same design, it's just in a legging version. And squat proofness, every colour I have was squat proof other than the desert camo colour. So for reference, I wore bright blue underwear to do the triangle clips. I always make sure I either wear a bright colour or a dark colour, so that if it's going to show, it's going to show. And I don't think it showed on camera, but when I looked in my mirror I could see a thin outline of my blue underwear even just standing up in this. It's not horrendously not squat proof, if that makes sense, like some of the Amplify colours and some of the like OG Revival leggings. So I'm just going to compare these power leggings to the original Path leggings, which is the same legging. They've just changed name and like it has changed a little bit since then. And then the Path / power legging that came out, I think it might have been last November. So I'm just going to compare them all so you can see. So originally they did have a front seam, obviously they've got rid of that now. And originally it was just a plain seam down the side, and now obviously it's got the slightly curved seam on the side, which I will say definitely does make them a more flattering legging. These leggings from last November, obviously these had the curvature, the little curve around the side. Just lined them up and I've got the original at the back, so I think they're from 2019 Black Friday. I've got last year's November drop just in front and the desert canvas camo right at the front of that. These two are pretty much the same, and obviously this original drop is 2 years old, so I'm just going to take that one out of the equation because I feel like people will more be wanting to compare to the more recent Path / power leggings. So as you can see here, this gusset actually comes lower. Now that's quite considerably lower. So this gap between like the waistband and where this comes down to is also longer. So overall this whole section is longer, which should theoretically mean if you've got a long torso, you should be a bit better off with them. Now, I still get a camel toe and I still have to pull them up quite a lot. Not fixed it for me, but if you have a, you know, a slightly less excessively long torso, that may help you out, and that should help with camel toe situations for some people, but clearly not all. I also wanted to try and find my silver camo from the launch last year of the Surface collection to compare to this desert camo, but I can't find it, so I'm just gonna have to compare black to black where my silver camo is. But if you're wondering and you have the silver one, this new desert colour is definitely more beige, whereas the silver was more like white and grey, properly silver, whereas this is more like beigey kind of colour. Well, I mean, the clue's in the name, it's a desert camo rather than a silver, just if you were wondering. In terms of the camo print, this is the original, so it's more like a typical camo print, you know, like, I mean, it is just a normal camo print, that's a camo print everyone does. And then this is the new canvas camo print. If you were to ask me which one I prefer, I actually definitely prefer the new canvas camo print. I just think it's nicer, it's something a little bit different, and I just think the camo's not really me. It's like camo without being too in your face camo, because it's a different way of doing it. I definitely prefer the newer one, but I thought I'd just compare those so you've got that little comparison there. Now, in terms of any colour difference fits, weirdly the darker colours fit looser than the lighter ones. So the blue and the burgundy I didn't really notice a difference with, but like the black canvas camo and the oil stain compared to obviously the light desert one, I definitely noticed that this felt like it just fit a bit tighter, it just like lifted things a bit more, whereas these didn't feel like they fit quite as much, which is weird because it's normally the darker colours that fit tighter, but with these it's definitely more the opposite way around. Like I've just said, the burgundy and the blue, I don't notice a difference, they're just pretty standard, but yeah, the desert is definitely a lot more like tight and a bit more like lifting than the darker colours. Now, my overall thoughts on these leggings, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Surface collection is not my favourite collection, it's just not. However, I did decide to train in these black oil stain Surface Power leggings this morning, just to give them a go and just make sure like I'm setting my decision on them, and I am setting my decision on them. Do you know what, I was checking myself out in the mirror and they did make me look good. They did flatten my waist, which I've never noticed before, but they did actually flatten my waist. They did make my bum look good, but it's just too much of a faff. Like, it's a very slick material, so I'm constantly pulling them up. I hate that my belly button's out, so I feel like I'm constantly pulling that up. I noticed that when I was bending down, the back of the band was kind of coming away from me, which I don't get with things like the Amplify leggings, which are super compressive. It's not a compressive waistband, so this is a legging where if you are someone who doesn't like to wear less compressive things at like that time of month or when you're bloated and stuff like that, I would just recommend getting a different legging and getting more of your money's worth. Just get something that you can wear all the time and that you're going to feel comfortable in all the time, because I just know there's probably like 1 week a month that I would feel comfortable wearing these. I do think I'm going to try wear them a bit more, but generally speaking, they're not my favourite. I'm not going to put my whole heart behind them because they're just not my cup of tea. They're not a bad legging by any means. It's just my preference, design, style, all that sort of stuff. And like I said, because of the material, I just don't think that practical for like a lot of movement, because you do just find that you have to like, because they're not compressive and they don't stay where they are, they slide down quite a bit and there's a lot of rearranging to be done. Very quickly, in terms of pilling on these leggings, I don't wear them enough, I've said this before, I don't wear them enough to notice if they would pill, but I do have a couple of pairs now that I've had for a while and I have worn them a fair few times and they've not pilled as quick as like my ALPHALETE ones have, so they're definitely less prone to pilling than the ALPHALETE, but I don't want to say they're 100% pill free, because They have got like a bit of a cottony feel to them. It's more slick than the ALPHALETE, but it's still a bit of a cottony feel. They could pill. I don't want to say 100% because I don't want anyone to shoot me if theirs do pill. Okay, and then very quickly, we've got the Surface Pocket legging. I've just got these in the black colour. These are only coming in 5 of the colourways, so there's less options here. I really wish they'd done the black oil stain in the pocket legging, because I just feel like that is by far one of the standout items from this launch for me. Even though I don't like the design of the leggings, I just think that print is so nice. I think it's a really good print, and that's why I want to wear those leggings more, I'll be completely honest. Not because I like the leggings, but because I like the print, and I think it's a cool print. So I wish they'd done it in the pocket leggings, because it would have opened it up to a lot more people, because I just know that not everyone is comfortable with that cross waistband. But yeah, the pocket leggings, as you'll see from the try and clip, these are super high waisted. Your belly button ain't coming out of these. They are very high waisted. Just a normal standard waistband, pocket on both sides. So we'd like the ALPHALETE Force leggings, there's only a pocket on one. On these, the pocket is on both sides. I'm not a pocket queen, I don't like pockets on leggings. I don't want to say too much else on that. I'm just not the target market for pockets on leggings. The seams down the side are a bit different. I will put in a try on clip so you can see the difference in the seams on these compared to the Path. But other than that, they're pretty similar in the sense that there's no front seam, deep V on the back, seam down the back at the middle to make sure that you can separate your cheeks, and length and stuff, they're the same length. They come around just above the ankle for me, same as the Power leggings do. And then all the main features of leggings are the same as they are with the Path, so these do give me a counter. This is what I mean, like I just think, like, because I don't have to pull these up high, they're very naturally high-waisted. It's just in the nature of these leggings to really get up there. So these do give me a bit of a counter. They will not be sweat proof, but the darker colours you won't be able to tell, so if you get a black pair you will be completely fine. Like, there will be no issues whatsoever with that. Squat proofness, the black are completely fine on me. They're a very opaque legging. I wear an extra small, and again, tricky size for those. I feel like I've not spoken about those as much as the Surface Power, but I feel like when I've gone over the details of the leggings and it's just a different style, there's not really a need. I'm now going to move on to speaking about some tops. I'm kind of going to sort it by collection, but there's some that I feel like I don't really have enough from said collection to do it. So tops is what we're doing now, and I'm going to try and do it by collection. So first of all, we have these infinity crop tops kind of thing, which I've never launched before. I'm going to tell you something funny, and I don't want this to come across as rude or offensive, but when I first saw these get posted, like laid out flat, I think ALPHALETE might post it on their Instagram story maybe, I genuinely thought they were bringing out dogs' clothes. Because, hear me out, the way that the sleeves looked when it was laid flat, it looked like a t-shirt for a dog. Like, it just, I was really confused, and they also looked really small, like which is why I thought they were for dogs, but they're not for dogs, they are for humans. So we have the women's Velocity short sleeved cropped t-shirt. This also comes in a long version, but I just got the cropped one, and I've got this in the black canvas camo and the Arctic canvas camo. Now this camo, this one, the Arctic one, is a lot more similar to the silver from like November 2020. So as you can see, desert compared to that, it's this is very like brown beige, whereas this is more like whitey silver. But yeah, just to go over the details of the top, so it's got these like kind of sleeves that ALPHALETE have never really done before. My camera battery's dying. Brilliant, 1 second. So yeah, the sleeves on this ALPHALETE have not done before. Kind of like a raw cut, so it's not like got a seam on it or anything, it's very like raw, so it'll kind of like roll, you know, like the crop tops kind of roll at the bottom. But yeah, there's like a raw cut sleeve, and it kind of sits, you'll see in the try on clip how it sits different to most ALPHALETE tops that have dropped before. And then the logo is on the front on this like rubber sticker, yeah, right, a rubber like sticker, and then ALPHALETE is like carved out of that, and then on the back it's got like a mesh opening. In terms of length, these kind of like curve at the bottom to give them like a little bit of extra length, but they hit like around belly button height, which you'll be able to see in the try on clip. In terms of the material of this, because I don't actually think anything is launched from this collection before, so obviously because these have got like the mesh on the back, I know that these were made more so for training, because they've got very good ventilation in the back, which will obviously help to cool you down whilst you are training. In terms of the material, it's also like, it's just like a thin jersey kind of material. It's basically just like a thin, if you've got any of like the performance t-shirts or like oversized crop tops, it's that material, just like a thinner version. So it's very, very, very lightweight. I've got these in an extra small, and if you want them to fit how they're meant to fit, I would say to stay true to size. They're super stretchy, super soft, 95% cotton and 5% spandex. So yeah, very similar to their like performance t-shirts. It just feels thinner. And then we have some t-shirts from their new range, which is I think it's called heavy cotton. Let me double check that. With these, the clues in the name, heavy cotton. Like even when you pick these up, they've got a lot more weight to them than, let's say, like the performance t-shirts have before. They're a very heavy feeling top. In terms of the material, so the performance range is definitely like softer. They've still got the like cool to the touch cottony feel. It's still like a cotton t-shirt. Obviously it's heavy cotton, duh, it's in the name. But they're not as soft as the performance tops. They definitely feel a little heavier and a bit more like heavy duty. The only way I can describe it, oddly specific, but if you've ever felt like an off-white t-shirt or the inside of an off-white hoodie or like a Balenciaga t-shirt, and you know they've got that kind of like, not rough texture, it's not rough textured, it's still soft, but just that kind of like tougher feel to the material. It's like that. I feel like I've nailed that description, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's really not going to be useful. But that is how I would describe these, and there are a few items coming in this range which I'll put on the screen. The only one I don't have is the women's heavy cotton cut off, like more like full length t-shirt. I didn't get that one because I know that I wouldn't get much wear out of it, but if you're a full length queen, then you might want to check that one out. I've just got these in the cut off and then the cropped t-shirt, so I'll go over the cut off first. So it's just like a standard cut off design. Obviously the sleeves, they're not raw, so if you can see, they look raw from the outside, but they're actually not. They've got a seam on the inside, and the bottom is not raw either, it is hemmed. ALPHALETE is embroidered in there. As you can see, it's got like the embroidery patch there, and that's the only branding. Other than that, they're super plain. So I've got that in the white, and I've also got it in the black, and the branding on that one is in white. Now in terms of the crop on these are very cropped. These are the most cropped, non-tight fitting top that ALPHALETE has done in my experience, and I've tried most things from them at this point. It's definitely the shortest crop that they've done, so it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but for me personally, I think these are kind of cute. Now, could you wear this without a bra? If you're not going to be doing much, yeah. If you're chilling around the house, yeah. If you've got to leave the house and you're going to have to raise your arms, no, because you are going to expose a tit. Like you'll see in the try on clips, like when I'm moving my arms around, like they do come up a lot. Like I've got the t-shirt on now, and as you can see, we're kind of like that's a sports bra. Like my whole boob would pretty much be out by that point. So if you're not a fan of super cropped, it's not going to be for you. But I actually really like these. Its only downfall is I've got these in an extra small, and I would stay true to size for the overall fit. The only issue is, and this is going to be really awkward if no one else picks up on this because it means I've just got a fat head, these are so hard to get over your head. I'm going to put the clip in now of me trying to get one of these tops over my head.
I don't even know when. I don't even know when, don't even know how. I'm going to break another one right now.
Ow.
Jesus.
Ow.
What are you doing?
Oh. Oh, oh, my nose.
Gorgeous.
Oh my god.
No.
So that was very embarrassing. But just to really display, these are hard. Like the heads, I don't know who they've modelled these on to get these necks so tight, but like I nearly didn't get these over my head, I'm not gonna lie. They were very hard to get over my head. Stay true to size if you want them to fit how they want to fit, but if you want them super oversized, they're already oversized, but if you want them more oversized, you could definitely size up like 1 to 2 sizes for a super oversized fit, and it might even give you a bit more length as well, but they are super cropped in nature, so it's not going to give you a ton more length, but it might give you a little bit. The only other thing I noticed about these is where the cut off thing is here, it kind of pokes out a bit, but I think that's just because of how shortly cropped it is. I don't think that's avoidable, but it does look a little bit, it does look a little bit funny, I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little bit weird, it just kind of like bulges out a bit, it just looks a little bit strange. And then we have the cropped t-shirt version. Now I'm just gonna say it, this cropped t-shirt is actually one of my top picks from this new launch. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. This is actually one of my top picks from this new launch. I love these. So I've got this in the white and I've got the concrete colour on now. I would just go for this over the cut off just because of the issue I've mentioned about like the shoulder fit. It just looks a little bit strange, and I just think this, wow, this with some oversized joggers. And to be honest, these in the gym, like I'm definitely going to be wearing these in the gym over my sports bras. They're not going to be sweat proof, they are going to show sweat, like it's a cotton t-shirt, it's going to show sweat, but because it's so oversized, you're probably not going to actually see it much because it's not tight fitted, so you're not really going to be directly sweating on it. But yeah, these are definitely a top pick from this launch for me. The quality of these, like I've already said, with like the feel of them, it's not a super soft t-shirt, but it feels very high quality. It's got a lot of weight to it. It feels like your off-white t-shirts, it feels like your Balenciaga t-shirts, and it's literally a fraction of the price. So yeah, I would definitely say that these t-shirts are in my top picks. Then moving on to the collective range, which I'm so excited about. Fun little fact, these tops make me feel so nostalgic because these were the first like normal tops, non-sports bras that I ever tried from ALPHALETE, and it was because Christian watched one of my hauls and he messaged me and he sent me just like a little package. Like there was no obligation to post, it was just like a little like thank you kind of package. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what I was being thanked for. I had some quite choice words to say about some of the launches at the time, to be honest, as I still do now, but I very much appreciated it. It was a very exciting time. I remember I was in my uni room and I was like, oh my god, my package is here, and I was so excited to get that package, like so excited. It just makes me feel nostalgic. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. That was a really like, those like few months around like the Black Friday of 2019 was such a good time. Just makes me nostalgic. But yes, these tops were in the little package that he sent me, and this put me on to ALPHALETE's tops. Like this is what put me on, because otherwise I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have tried them. So if you're watching this and you're thinking I've never tried the tops before, this is your sign. This is your sign to try them. And if you're trying them, start with the collective range, because this has not been out, I believe, since 2019. So if it's going to be 2023 until it comes back again, we need to stock up now. Do you know what I mean? So the first top I'm going to speak about, which is one that I don't think they've launched it in this actual design before. They might have done because I wasn't paying attention to the tops before, like I said, but I've never had this one before. So it's similar to like the Thrive tanks in the sense of like the kind of fit. The only thing that I'd say is this like neck area doesn't really fit quite, it doesn't really fit quite right. It doesn't lie quite flat on me, which looks a little bit strange. It's just a high neck kind of cut off kind of tank, but like tight fitted. So unlike the heavy cotton one I've just shown you, this is tight fitted. Racer back at the back, no support. Like these aren't supportive tops, you're going to want to wear a sports bra underneath it. I've got the tri bra underneath these tops in all the try-on clips, if you are wondering. Definitely a staple from ALPHALETE if you can find one in stock during the sale. But yeah, you would definitely want to wear a bra under this if you're wearing it to the gym, if you're wearing it out of the gym. If you get in the darker colours, I've not tried any of the others, I've only got this in black, but you can definitely get away with wearing this without a bra. Branding on this is the same across all the collective range, and it's just this like silky ALPHALETE tag that says ALPHALETE in black. It's very subtle because it's like tonal on there, especially on the black pieces. It's very subtle branding. But But yeah, extra small, I would say to stay true to size in these. In terms of the length of this one, this is a pretty good length. It definitely reaches just above belly button, but as you'll see in the trend clip, you can also roll it up because I'm attention seeking and I like to have a bit more stomach out in the gym. But yeah, in terms of the material, just before I go on to the other tops, because I may as well just speak about it more generally rather than speaking about it with every top, because it's the same across the collective range. This material for me sits somewhere between the like t-shirt kind of materials and the ultra soft range. So the ultra soft range, it's prone to pilling. It's very, very, very soft. None of mine has actually pilled, which I do think has probably got something to do with the fact that I wash it on a very, very, very low heat, and I do not put these kind of tops in the dryer. They should not even see the dryer. They should not even know a tumble dryer exists. Wash on a low heat or hand wash. Hand washing is even better. That's what I used to do at uni, and then just dry it flat on a radiator. Do not let your ALPHALETE stuff even know that a tumble dryer exists. Just don't do it to yourself. Collective range, it's still super soft like the ultra soft, but instead of having that cotton feel, it's got like a borderline slinky feel, but not full slinky, because if I hold it up you can see it's still like very much matte. It's not got like a sheen to it. It's kind of like, honestly, it's the weirdest material to describe, but also the best. It's just more of like a slinky performance feel compared to the ultra soft, but still so soft and so stretchy. Now, this doesn't say that it's sweat proof, but it does say that it's moisture wicking. In my experience, it does show sweat in the gym and it does take a while to dry. I don't think it's that moisture wicking, but for me, I'm in the gym to sweat, I don't care. And these tops are such a staple for training in that I don't care. But if sweat is something that bothers you, go for a darker colour, because I'm telling you that you need to get one of these tops. Like, it's kind of non-negotiable. You kind of need to try one and let me know your thoughts on it. So when we all collectively get some of these tops, get a darker colour if you're bothered about sweat. If you don't give a shit like me, get a cloud grey in your life. It is cloud grey. Yeah, it is cloud grey. So yeah, basically these are some of my most worn gym tops inside the gym from ALPHALETE, because they're just so comfortable to train in. They're nice and thin and breathable, and they're just flattering. Like, they look good. Like, they just look good. So now that I've drilled into you about the material, I'll go over the two tops that I have been loving since 2019, and just tell you about like sizing and stuff dead quick. So first of all, we've got the short sleeve crop top, which from the front, it just, you know, it looks like a standard crop top. It's got the same branding on the front as the top I've just shown you. Standard crop top, nothing much to see here. And then in the back, bam. So it opens up like this, and I wore this to the gym today with a tri-bra underneath, and it looks really, really good. It makes your back muscles look really, really good. I've got a tri-bra on in the triangle clips, and it looks really, really good. So with the dark colours, so I've got the black and the walnut brown. By the way, this really reminds me of like WREN, the WREN colour in the Amplify range. So if you need a top to match that, definitely go for this, because whilst it says walnut brown, it's giving dark khaki, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've got some brown bits from the Identity collection, and you can see that in comparison it's definitely more of like a browny green kind of shade. But yeah, and then I've got the cloud grey. So obviously these two are going to show less sweat. This one will show a bit more, but I just feel like these two colours in particular, like the black and the cloud grey, they go with anything. Like, they're such a versatile top. They're so comfortable. They're so stretchy. I love them. I just love them, and they look good. They look good, and they're actually practical, and they're not like super cropped, so you can hide your sports bra underneath it perfectly. It's a really good length. I just think, yeah. My black one of these, I wish I could find it so that I can show you that it's still in the exact same quality. But obviously, because I get so much gym stuff now, I kind of have to like try things out rather than having like staples. But this is definitely still a staple. And I swear I wore this to the gym like just over a month ago. Bear in mind, I did not know these were coming back. Psychic Sally over here. And now I can't find it. But I wish I could find it to show you that you cannot tell the difference between the one 2 years ago and the one now, because the quality is there with these items. The quality is there. Like, this is where ALPHALETE excels, when they show off the amazing quality that they are capable of achieving. And in the collective range, it's there. It's there. Like ALPHALETE is shining when it comes to the collective range. I don't want to keep talking about it, but like I can't help it. And then we just have the long sleeve crops. So these are a lot more plain than the short sleeves I've just shown you. There's no like open back or anything. The back is just like that. The front is like this. Super long sleeves, very good length. You know I love a cozy sleeve. They're a very, very, very good length. I just, oh, honestly guys, I love these. I love these. The material is the same across the whole range. So all the 3 tops I've just shown you. I wear an extra small in everything, and I would stick with an extra small. True to size, just stay true to size, and you cannot go far wrong. In terms of like opaqueness, if you're getting like the cloud grey colour, you can kind of see my black sports bra through it in the try on clip. So if you want to be like super seamless, maybe wear a white underneath it, but you can't see it loads because it is quite an opaque top. It is quite an opaque top, but obviously it's a very light colour, so if you wear black underneath it you can see, but I don't think it looks bad. You might let me know. I'm sure you will let me know. If you are not getting anything else from Black Friday's new launch and you just think this isn't, do you know what, this isn't for me, just get a collective top. Get 2, get 3. Especially get one of the long sleeves or the short sleeve crops. Honestly, just get one of them. If that's all you want to get, just get one of them. That is something that I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend from this launch. Okay, so as I've just compared the ultra soft range to the collective range, I feel like it kind of makes sense to go over that now. So we have a few items which are launching in the ultra soft range. I'm going to go over the dress first because I feel like I've had a lot of questions on this which I wasn't necessarily expecting. So this is the ALPHALETE dress. Now this is double layered, so not everything in the ultra soft range is, but the dress is double layered because I think because of the back design they know that people probably aren't going to want to wear a bra with it because it would kind of ruin it, so they've double layered it, which is fab. Because actually now I've just noticed that now, I just see, and I notice more as I go, the front is double layered but the back isn't. I don't know if you can see there. So yeah, they've definitely done that about the whole like boob situation. But yeah, this is the ultra soft material, so it's a very, very, very soft material. It's like, I can't even describe it, it's like the softest thing ever, and super, super stretchy. Just like super soft, super stretchy. Obviously it's not fluffy, but like it's very like brushed cotton. Very, very, very soft range from ALPHALETE. Honestly, not the most durable and gym practical just because of how soft it is, but very, very, very comfortable as a range. So we have the ALPHALETE dress. In this I wear a size extra small. For me personally, I would say to stay true to size with the dress. You can go up or down, to be honest, because it's like so stretchy. So you wouldn't have like a ton of issues. You could probably go up or down, but to be honest, I would honestly just stay true to size. I don't think there's a need to go up or down. It's pretty true to size. If you're between sizes, go for the size down just to make sure that it's like nice and figure hugging. But yeah, there's a few colours coming in this. It's got like a square neckline at the front, adjustable straps, crosses over at the back like this, and then a little cutout. And then it's got the new logo in a rubber, like a raised rubber there. The length is kind of like, if you wear it like fully pulled down, on me personally, like I said, I'm 5'6", it hits like mid quad kind of length, maybe a little bit longer. I personally like ruche it up a bit to make it a bit shorter. That's just my personal preference. If I'm wearing a dress, I kind of like it to either be like long or short. I don't like a dress that kind of sits in between, so I just ruche it up a bit, but obviously that's going to depend on your height. It's a nice dress, it's a good quality dress, there's nothing acutely wrong with it. You know, ALPHALETE have done dresses before where the fit's been off. The fit isn't off with this, it's fine. It's just not my cup of tea. Like, I wanted to try it out so that I could show you guys obviously, but this is just not, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, if I'm going on a night out, this is not what I would wear. It's not like the rib dresses where I'd kind of wear this during the day. I wouldn't wear this during the day either. I think with this item it's going to depend on like your personal style and is it something that you would wear, because it's not cheap. So if it's something that you would wear and it fits in with your style and this is something that you're going to get your use out of, then go for it. But for me personally, it's not to my personal taste, and I just have to think to myself, where am I wearing this to? And I don't know when or where I would wear this personally because of my like style. if I even have one. I don't know. Just spoken about the dress, so I'll speak about this little ALPHALETE crop tank very quick because it's got the same back, so this kind of like twist detail on the back. So it's got adjustable straps. I've just got this in the black colour. It's got 2 seams down there. I wear this in an extra small, true to size. You don't need to size up and you don't need to size down. Now, to me personally, this isn't too training. This is more of like a chill top. I wouldn't train in this. But yeah, I think this is a really nice little top and I think it's quite underrated. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. It's very, very, very flattering on your boobs. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this, to be honest. I'm just going to wear this all the time with like joggers. Everything, like around the house, to run errands in. Not a gym top, but definitely a very, very, very comfortable chill top. And these are all double layered, so they are non-sheer, so you don't need to wear a bra under them, which I feel like they definitely did that because of the back, because they know that people won't want to wear bras, which is smart. It was a very, very smart design move. And yeah, I love these. I think these are super, super cute, extra small, and I would say stay true to size. Okay, moving on to the final 2 tops. These are more, in my opinion, a little bit more of a gym top. So we've got, I think these have both launched before, but I'm not sure I've actually had these before. So we have the wrap tie top, which I've definitely seen people wear before, and we also have the keyhole cutout long sleeve top. So the crop I will go over first. It's just, I've just got this in the white. So both these are single layered. So the previous 2 items were double layered. These are single layered. So as you can see already, they're like super, I don't want to put my face too close to it because I'm going to get makeup on it, but these are super thin. I wear these in an extra small. Just like this at the front, goes like that at the front with like the 2 ties, and then you can tie these however you want. You can tie them, to be honest, there's enough to go around twice to do like, I've tied it at the back and it's quite like a long bow, as you can see, but there's definitely enough material on me personally to go around twice and just tie it at the front and have it a bit shorter, which to be honest is what I would probably do, and then tuck it under just so that it's not annoying me and like flying in the wind. And then ALPHALETE on the back in the signature logo in black. If you've tried an ultra soft top, this is pretty much this will be the exact same. So like the Thrive tanks or just the standard, so if you've tried like the Thrive tanks or anything, same material, same vibe, same feel, just a different design with the whole wrap thing. It's not one of my personal favourites, just because the wrap style, it's just a bit like faffy for me. It's not to my personal taste, but definitely a cute top if this is your kind of vibe. Just to let you know, the white is very like sheer, so if you are going to wear this, you're going to need to wear a bra underneath it. You can wear this to the gym, but do be aware that it's a very, very soft material, so it might peel and rub up against things, so just be careful with what training days you are wearing these on. And I wear an extra small in that, and I would stay true to size. And then we have the long sleeve keyhole cutout. Now this is like, I'm annoyed that I didn't try this last time these were a thing. So they've got a really flattering neckline on this. So the neckline on the t-shirt comes a little bit lower, but the neckline on these is a bit higher, because then you've got this cutout detail here, which basically exposes some of your chest, but it's not like tacky or anything. It's not too much. It's nice. Sleeves are a very good length. You know, I love a cozy sleeve. And then the back is just plain, and it just says ALPHALETE in the white signature branding. I wear this in an extra small, true to size. You can honestly size down in these because they're so stretchy, and if you are like between sizes, I would definitely say to size down, just to make sure that you get the right fit out of this. But this is definitely going to be a gym staple for me, because it's a nice piece without looking too much. Do you know what I mean? Like it's got like a subtle little bit of something, like the collective open back crop. It's got a little bit of something, but it's not too much. It's not too in your face. These would definitely make my top picks from this launch. I wear an extra small, and I would stay true to size. In terms of sweat wicking, by the way, the ultra soft range will show sweat, just like the collective range will. So if that's something that bothers you but you want to try it out, go for a darker colour. You won't notice it as much. Moving on to the Identity range. There's a few items dropping. There are some cozy shorts, but I actually didn't get any of these because I don't ever get my use out of them. So I just decided not to be wasteful and ask for some more, because I've tried them before. I know what they're like. and I just know that I'm not going to wear them. So these are just from a previous launch, but from what I've seen on people, the fit looks the same, the design looks the same, so I'm not going to dwell on these too much. I have them in an extra small. They're quite short. They're definitely more of a chill short. You wouldn't want to train in these. The material is like fluffy brushed cotton feel, like it's a fluffy, yeah, fluffy brushed cotton, plush, thick feel is the vibe for the Identity range. I wear these in an extra small. They're not like form fitting. Do you know what, I'm actually just going to leave my video on these linked in the description and my original review, because I don't want to make this video super long and I've already gone over them. They're not my fave, which is why I didn't request to have any more sent. And then we have the Identity Jogger. Now I have this in 2 sizes and 2 colours because I was intrigued. I was intrigued to know about the sizing with these. So I've got these in this string colour, which is such a nice colour, by the way. It's like a beigey grey. I just think it's a really nice colour. And I've also got them in the cocoa colour, which is like a washed brown colour. It's definitely darker than Mocha. It's a much more chocolatey colour, which is what we wanted. I want them to do amplifying this like dark of a brown. But yeah, so I've got these 2. And as you can see, I've got the string in a small and the cocoa in an extra small. So there is actually a bit of a size difference between the 2, and you definitely do notice it when they are on. In terms of like the length, if I show you, it does actually add quite a bit of extra length going up a size. So if you're a bit taller, you can definitely size up. I'll just run you through the details. So they have a drawstring. The drawstring is on the outside, visible. Same very plush cotton feel, thick brushed cotton fluffy vibe that is true with the Identity range in general, and very stretchy, very stretchy. Pockets on the side, no like crazy seam detailing other than this little like zigzag print down the side. Cuffs at the bottom, and the only branding on these is just on the ALPHALETE tag on one of the legs. Now obviously I have these in an extra small and a small. These are a perfect jogger for like chilling in, and they're very comfortable. They're so easy to wear because they're just so comfortable. I personally, now that I've tried an extra small and a small, I definitely prefer the way the small fits. I think I get less camel toe issues with the size small, and I just think all round it just looks a bit better. So my advice for these, if you want them to just be a little bit more comfortable to wear, would actually be try going up a size, because I definitely prefer the way that the small fits. I just think it looks better. I think it's a lot more flattering in the small than it is in the extra small. But yeah, the Identity range joggers are definitely my favourite joggers that ALPHALETE does, other than their varsity joggers, which they don't do anymore, which is super upsetting, because they were like the best joggers that they did, because I'm an oversized queen when it comes to joggers normally. They were the best joggers that they did, but they don't do them anymore, so these are now my favourites. I would probably tie the just standard Identity joggers with the cargos, but I do think the cargos kind of hip when it comes to like glute flatteringness. They're the exact same kind of like vibe as the other ones. I don't know what it is about these, but these just like, they do something to your glutes. I don't know what it is. So differences between the standard ones and these is obviously all this cargo detailing. Just to remind you, the back flaps are Velcro. But to be honest, I don't leave mine open, and I don't notice that they like fray or anything. They kind of, if you look from the side, they stay pretty flat and it doesn't look bad. The drawstring is on the outside again. The only difference here is it's got more of like a crinkled waistband, and there is no cuff on the bottom of these. Branding is on a little rubber logo at the side again, but there's no like cuff at the bottom, just a seam. Now I wear these in an extra small, and I would stay with an extra small for the cargos. I like the way that these fit in an extra small, and I have no qualms about it. Whereas now that I've tried the small in the other joggers, I would definitely size up. You want these to fit tight around your ass and your legs and everything. Stay true to size. If you want more of an oversized fit, go up 1 to 2 sizes and that will be perfect for you. This is a string colour. Definitely a good colour. This and the cocoa colour I've picked well. This and the cocoa colour out of the Identity range are definitely the best colours dropping, in my personal opinion. I think they're the most wearable, and they're just nice colours. Like, it's nice to see some like rich chocolatey brown colours. So to move on to the final item in the Identity range, oh, my voice is really going, guys, I'm struggling. I have the Identity Pro crop hoodie in cocoa. Now, I've reviewed this before, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but the ALPHALETE logo is rubber on the front there. It has no drawstring. It's kind of like a snood kind of vibe at the front around the neck. Long sleeves, this little elastic thing around the bottom. It doesn't like cinch in or anything like the crews do, like the cropped crews do. It doesn't do that. It just kind of lies flat, and then on the back, just got a bit of a seam down the back, but nothing else. It's pretty plain, to be honest. And then branding on the sleeve, you've got this ALPHALETE rubber tonal. I love that they've done it tonal. Tonal looks, chef's kiss, looks great. Now, I like this material in the joggers. I can't get on board with it in the hoodie. I don't know what it is. I said this last time. Something about this material in the hoodie just makes me cringe. It just makes me cringe. It's like, you know how people have a cringe about like people scratching nails on chalkboards? Mine is this material in a hoodie. I don't know what it is. Like, it just, I don't know. I think it's a sensory thing. I can't get on board with this material in a hoodie. It's in a size small. I always go up to a small in the hoodies, and I would say it fits fine. To be honest, I think I would actually probably prefer the fit of this in an extra small, just so that this bit around here wasn't so loose. So if you want it a bit more fitted, stay true to size, but if you want it oversized, you can go up 1 to 2 sizes. Is it my favourite hoodie that ALPHALETE do? No. Would I recommend getting like a performance hoodie over this one on sale? It's also got a bigger discount. Yes, I would definitely recommend doing that, because those other hoodies are like chef's kiss, or one of like the crew neck crops. They are like, I think I put those in my top picks on my PDF. They're a very, very good product. Not saying it's a bad product, I can't get on board with that material in a hoodie, and I don't know why. A few items in the essential range. So we've got some beanies. We love a beanie. There's 2 different kinds. So there is the essential fold over beanie, and then the essential beanie. So this is the fold over, so it comes longer and then you fold it over. And this one said on the tag that it was made out of like recycled bottles, which I thought was interesting. But the other one didn't, so I'm guessing they're like not the same. Now, I actually don't really wear beanies, so I don't even know if I've just put that on properly. But I've got this in the resin colour, and I actually think, do you know what, I might wear this. I think I'm going to like a TP thing this weekend. I might wear this. I think it's quite cute and quite cozy. What do you think? This works perfectly. So yeah, they've got 2 beanies. This is one of them. I'm gonna really mess my hair up by doing this. Gorgeous. And then just the essential beanie, which isn't a fold over one. This is in the dark brown colour. I wouldn't say this is really dark brown. My hair's dark brown. It's more of like a washed kind of brown. But yeah, this is the other beanie. I definitely prefer the fold over beanie. If you're a beanie person, then go for it. But also hats in general. The ALPHALETE dad hats saved me after I had my nose done. I wore them all the time. They're definitely my favourite hat that ALPHALETE does. So if you want a hat, the dad hats, they're a vibe. The last product that I'm going to talk about is part of the essential range, and it's the essential oversized jogger, and it has broken my heart. I have this in the light grey colour, so it's kind of like, it almost looks like a bit acid washed, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like it's giving acid wash vibes. Like it's almost got a bit of like green in it. It also has a drawstring on it, which is similar to the varsity joggers, which I'm going to show you in a second because I have some comparison points to make. Seam detailing on the back is like this around the top of your bum, which is meant to be flattering, but to be honest, they're an oversized jogger, so they're not meant to be like super glute flattering, because they're meant to be like oversized, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then these seams just run down the side, and then at the bottom it's cuffed. Now these cuffs are a bit too big on my ankles, so I've shown in the try and clip that I actually roll them to make them not look weird, because otherwise they're just baggy on my ankle and it looks weird. And I have these in an extra small. If you just want them to fit how they're meant to fit, which is oversized, you can definitely just stay true to size. They come oversized, you don't need to size up. If you want them super big, then you can size up further. If you don't want them as oversized, you can size down. But otherwise, for a normal oversized fit, you can stay true to size. Now, I've just spoken a lot about how I love an oversized jogger, and ALPHALETE rarely do them, and so I was very, very excited for this one, and it's broken my heart. I thought that these joggers were going to be added to like my ultimate like favourite joggers from ALPHALETE. I thought these were going to like overtake the varsity ones because they're just like a plainer jogger, but they're just not. Like, the ankles don't fit quite right, but they do on the varsity jogger. And then there's just a few bones that I have to pick with these joggers. So I've just turned the pocket inside out, and you can't feel this through the camera obviously, but when I put my hands in the pockets, I was like, the inside of the pockets just feels like a very, very thin, like just very, very, very thin. And they're not cheap joggers. Like, ALPHALETE joggers are not cheap. So I decided to pull out my, just bashed myself in the nose. I decided to pull out my varsity joggers to compare these to, and honestly, whilst like the general designs, like the drawstrings are the same, and like this has got a double seam down the side, this does too. Obviously there's a colour difference, but there is a stark quality difference between the two. Now, I don't know if this was just meant to be a thinner jogger, but it's not as thick as the varsity jogger, and it doesn't feel as soft, it's not as thick, it's not as cottony, it just doesn't feel as good as the varsity joggers did. And I'm so upset because I love the varsity joggers, and I was like, oh my god, yes, basically varsity joggers, but like plain, which is perfect because not everyone wants to walk around with like a big logo on them. I'm really disappointed. Like, I'm really disappointed. I thought this was going to be the one product from this launch that I was going to be like, this is a must, and it's just not. I just don't understand. Like, these are so like thick and like plush and like cottony and dreamy, and these just feel so thin in comparison. They're still soft on the inside, don't get me wrong, but they're very thin, like markedly thin, like noticeably thinner than the varsity ones. As soon as I put these on, I was like, whoa, these just feel thinner. So yeah, if you want to try these out, then I would say stay true to size if you want them to fit how they're meant to. But honestly, I would actually just, I mean, I'm not even a tighter fitting jogger person, but if you want a pair of joggers, I would definitely go for one of the Identity pairs. I think these are all sold out on the site, so I don't think you'll be able to get your hands on these. I'd definitely just go for an Identity pair over those. I don't recommend them. That's really upset me. I thought that was going to be like my one, like, you need this product, but we move, these things happen. So that is everything in my ALPHALETE Black Friday new launch haul / review video. Like I said, I've done the PDF, so I don't want to go over like my top picks overall because it's all in the PDF, and I did spend like 6 hours doing it, so I don't really want to hammer or like repeat myself too much on that one. So if you want to see my ultimate top picks from across the website, every single product that I've tried, 78 products that I've tried, everything that's already on there, go and check that out. And if you want to add some top picks from this particular launch, the new stuff that's launching on Saturday, to that list, the items that I would be adding to that list is the heavy cotton cropped t-shirt, so these would be added to that list. The collective crops, both the long sleeve and the open back one, I would also be adding to that list. The ultra soft keyhole cutout long sleeved top, I would also be adding to that list. And finally, I would be adding to that list a pair of Identity joggers. I don't want to pick for you because I think this is kind of going to come down to a style preference. If you want something plainer, then go for the standard joggers. If you want something a bit more stylish, a bit more like up to date with the trends, go for a cargo pair of joggers. In terms of flatteriness, these are definitely more flattering on the glutes in my opinion, but if you just want more of a comfy jogger, you can go with these. But they would be the things from this launch that I would add to my overall top picks. Other than that, I wouldn't be adding anything from this launch personally to my like ultimate top picks from ALPHALETE. I'm just being honest. I never want these videos to come across like I'm being ungrateful. I'm very, very, very grateful to work with ALPHALETE. I'm very, very, very grateful for your support. But that is the reason why I am the way I am with these reviews. Before I started working with ALPHALETE, I was always very honest about my opinions on it. And I don't want to throw that back in people's faces, but now that I'm working with them, I'm not as honest about the products. If I don't like something, I can't recommend it to you. I'm not going to recommend it to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat things a ton. Like, that's just not how I am. I love ALPHALETE, I love the brand, but I don't love every single product, and that's completely normal, especially when they literally have hundreds of products on their website. If anyone's interested in getting anything for their partner, I have also put very high quality images of the men's pricing on my Instagram, and I know that Dan's favourites are the Essential short, so like the longer men's short, the Infinity Tech Pant Jogger he loves, and he loves like the cut-offs and the t-shirts, so like the boxy cut-offs, not the stringers. He loves like the cut-offs and the boxy t-shirts. They're his favourites, and I'll definitely be getting him some more bits because I feel like we can be an ALPHALETE pair together. So yeah, if you want to get anything for your man, those are the things that I know that Dan really loves. And also the men's hoodies, like if you're wanting an oversized hoodie even for yourself as a girl, go for one of the men's hoodies because they're going to be more oversized, and I think they've got a bit more hoodies in stock for the men. But yeah, that is my haul. If you want to use my support code at the weekend or ever, it's just Amy. You put it in at the checkout. It helps my relationship with ALPHALETE, helps my relationship with the brand, helps me out personally, and also means that I get to keep doing these videos for you guys. I never want it to come across like I'm ungrateful for the stuff, because I'm not. I just don't want to sell out at any point. Like, I want to carry on doing my reviews the way that I've always done them. Does it bite me in the arse sometimes? Yes. Do I care? No. I would much rather, if I recommend a product to you, right, and I know deep down I don't actually like it and I've just said it to try and get some money, and then you message me and you're like, oh, I've got this and I'm actually not that happy about it, I can't cope with that. If I know in my heart I can recommend a product to you and you message me and you're like, oh, I got this off your recommendation, actually I'm not that keen on it, I can live with that, because that's like I've still been honest with myself. But if I haven't, I'm doing a lot of Black Friday content on Instagram. I would highly recommend you follow me on there, and I will also be doing a giveaway on Instagram at some point, probably after Black Friday. It's going to be very, very similar to how I did it last year. I don't do my giveaways to increase my following or anything like that. Last year I literally just did it where if you had, oh my god guys, no, the sky's so pretty. No, I need to show you, look at this. Wow, oh my god, that's so pretty, look at that. Wow, attention span of a goldfish, don't mind me. So I will, like I was saying, I will be doing a giveaway very similar. I think last year, yeah, how I did it was, you didn't need to follow me, you didn't need to comment on my post, you didn't need to like my post, you didn't need to tag 5 friends, you just had to email me with a screenshot of your support code being used at any point throughout the year, and then I picked 2 people at random. I think I gave £250 each last year. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing this year specifically, but it will be a very, very similarly run. So yeah, do be following me on Instagram so that you know when that has gone live, and I will be answering all your questions on Instagram. If you have any specific sizing questions or anything you want to know that I've not covered in this video or the PDF, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here because I kind of want to edit this video and try my best to get it up tonight. I hope this video was useful, and like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, comment below or message me on Instagram, and I'm going to be super active and help you all out. Happy shopping for Black Friday. I'm losing my voice, I need to go.